What's going on, everybody? This is the world's famous wrestling podcast, the Royal Club Wrestling Podcast, back for season 6, baby. You know, I was kind of struggling with that because you know how the heads do. The heads do what they want. But in season 6, I am the ace. Been gone for a long time, and on the other side of this immaculate table over here, the world's sexiest voice.
What is going on, everybody? He is I am the podcast tribal chief. That franchise. I was about to call myself the ace. I don't know why I was about to do it.
I thought you was gonna say, yeah, the tribal chief, the podcast tribal chief, the world's sexiest voice. Like, I thought you was about to hit it with the whole thing. Something like that.
No, I was about to I don't know why the ace was about to come out, but
the ace of the sexy voices or something like that. I don't know what you want to say, man. You got that. That's your title right there. Listen, I need to work on mine. I'm about to go to take some classes or something like that. So, man, how you been, though?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on with you, Oos?
Man, just living life, man. Just living life. Been going for a long. I feel like it's been going for a long time on the podcast game.
It's been a minute.
It feels like it.
It's
a lot has happened
since we've touched these mics and did what we love to do.
Yeah,
you know. So, where do we start?
Man, well, from the list we see here, we recap the holiday tour we attended in December.
Yes.
In December. So
December 30th.
You want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time. You know, first show of the year.
Yeah.
Or not, first show that we went to.
Yeah.
I think.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because me and Brandon went to the Raw after the invasion. I remember that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we never did a wrestling joint, so it was cool. I mean, had a good time. Mm-hmm. Seen my wife there, so I mean,
yeah. For those who don't know who his wife is Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks was there,
the legit boss.
Yes, and a lot of people said that from my video when she came out, I ascended to heaven. Yeah,
I said you transitioned. You transitioned on the other side. You know how the people like, yo, you know, he just transitioned. So I was like, Charles transitioned. I was like, I saw it for myself. I was like, he transitioned to the other side. So, but I was like, it was cool though. He's still here. So, but for me, number one, it was just great to be back in like the arena.
Right.
You know what I mean? Haven't been there in a long time since pretty much like I think the last time SmackDown was here. I remember
the last time I went was the Road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The Road to WrestleMania.
That was the joint with The Rock, right? 35.
No, it was the more recent one because I took Nessa and Kamani.
Oh, okay.
That was the one where, you know, Becky was the man.
Yeah.
And it was the whole gimmick with her.
Yeah.
It was a SmackDown event, so obviously Kofi with
SmackDown
the whole Kofi
was there,
and Daniel Bryan and AJ and all of them. So it was dope there, you know, seeing, you know, another crush of mine's Mandy Rose was there. So you know, seeing her. But this time, you know, seen Sasha, seen Xia Li.
Who?
Xia Li.
Oh, yo, listen, because when we was watching that, I don't know about you, but I got real quiet.
I know
when Xia Li and Shotzi Black came out.
I know.
Because I'm sitting there like, and we know, because we was both there. I was just like,
I think we even said that, you know, if we were anywhere closer, because we had good seats.
We had good seats.
But if we had floor seats, we were near, it would have been a lot of those WWE, that one Twitter handle, that one Twitter account that has all the wild shots.
The wild shots and shit like that. Yeah, it'd have been crazy because it was good. It was good. I most definitely will say that. But like I said, I had a good time. It's always good. Like also like going to these shows, you see like the like as you see, we got the belts here, but seeing like the other belts, seeing like people with the belts, and seeing like all the stuff, and I know you're like deep into this communication game and stuff like that. I'm quite sure you was probably looking at stuff like production wise, how they had the lights and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so much. And it's like a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, but it's like that's something.
There's a lot of work that goes into that.
Things some people love to do, so it's just like great to see that. And I'm mad. Also, too, let's talk about your wife there. I saw one of my boys take a picture with her outside at the joint, and I got mad because I was like, "Yo, how he even get that?" Like, I'm thinking like, how he even?
Bro, you will be surprised at how the wrestling community really like. They will go to where they're stationed,
right?
So where the tour bus is, they will go out there. Like I remember when I was a kid, it was at the Niagara Falls Convention Center.
Wow,
yeah, and it was Undertaker versus Yokozuna casket match. Yoko obviously lost. You see, like we went to where the buses were because we was like, where are they going to do with the casket? Like.
Right.
Where's Yoko going?
Right.
And you see Undertaker, putting the casket, like having people help him load the casket into the hearse, and they kind of, because Undertaker was the king of kayfabe.
Right.
So he still in character. Paul Bearer was there, got in the joint, took off. That's the last time I actually went backstage, went to try to see what was going on.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's been. I know, one of my friends. Shout out to Jeff. He takes his daughter. He used to take his daughter all over the place. When they were in Rochester, he would take them to the sign-ins. He knew where they were going to be, the hotel or the arena, and get there before everybody so they can see them pull up. And then obviously, when they pull up, they're gonna greet the fans because they know fans is going to be out there. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm mad at your friend now too.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. I was mad for you because I was like, I know that's something you probably. I don't even know what happened. You probably would have transitioned for real. If you'd had that opportunity, it would have been funny. I'd have been worried, but it would have been funny.
Yeah,
yeah.
Listen.
It would have been over for you. You would have been gone. You been out of here.
It would have been something that just we would have never if there was footage, it just never have to be seen.
Right.
Would never have to be seen because I don't know what would have happened.
Right.
I probably would have
screamed like a girl.
They probably would have did the whole camera.
You probably would have been acting like them dudes with Michael. Well, Michael performed at the Super Bowl, and people was Michael. That's probably would have been. That probably would have been you just passed out. But also, man, we will talk about at the show, Drew McIntyre. You was talking about, man, Drew McIntyre was the workhorse of that show. And
Drew opened the show.
Drew closed the show.
Closed the show.
He was the opener, the middle,
right,
and the end of the show.
And that was his. That just really goes to show you that he really was trying his hardest to really put on, which then makes me think more of how he really wants that moment of him winning the title again. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like I want to see that for him. I want to see him because of the work that he did at this show, because of him being so involved with the fans and really I don't want to put him in the Hulk Hogan category of being the larger than life, but just how he's so for the fans.
Right.
I can see him really wanting that moment. And we're going to get into the Royal Rumble a little bit.
He's going to have that. He's going to have that moment.
I don't think it's going to be at Mania though.
Yeah.
I would see it more so probably at a SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You know, where he has that moment.
One of the big pay-per-views. So probably, more likely SummerSlam or something like that, because that's in Nashville this year.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So that's gonna be dope. I would love to try to go see that.
Right.
But also, man, it was a good show, man. The Usos were entertaining. You know, throwing the ones up.
They kept doing that.
After a while, I started to get a little annoying. After a while, I was
remember you were sitting there
I was like, okay, I'm tapping out.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Because it was. And like you said, it doesn't feel the same
without Roman.
You
got to have Roman there for that, you know.
And I was a little upset too. I was a little disappointed that Rumble wasn't there.
Yeah.
But we all know.
And there was other people that were supposed to be there too. We already know how
But we already know because of the pandemic and everything that was happening. They kind of was like, take
and he did fire a couple people. Maybe he could have, had some. We know how that go. We
do know how that goes. But, I mean, unfortunately, there's always going to be another event, I'm pretty sure, Like, one of my friends was like, did they say anything about the next show? Because normally that's what they'll do.
I think it was the next one in Rochester.
No, but they're talking about Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Because I know when we went, they were promoting Raw. When we were when I took Vanessa and Kamani, they were like, "Oh, the next show that's coming to Buffalo is going to be Raw."
Yeah.
So I was thinking that they would do the same thing, so then we would kind of know, so then we can, if we wanted to try to go, we can do that. But that didn't happen.
Right. Could have been like the first in line for tickets, but
right. Well, I mean, the minute the pre-sale tickets was out, and I was like, "Yo," I told you, I hit you up and like, "Yo, you wanted to go?" Mm-hmm. And we ended up, I ended up getting those good tickets. So I feel like, but then again, I wouldn't want to go to a Raw, to be honest with you.
Because it's ass?
No, it's not that. It's just, you're not able to have as much fun. At a live show, they have more fun. Like, they're more loose with their performance.
Right. Did you see the Seth Rollins joint when he was at a live show and he was dancing?
Did you see the Randy Orton joint?
No.
With Kevin Owens?
Oh, when he was doing the pose.
Randy was on the turnbuckle and KO ran up and did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's who I want to see live.
Kevin Owens?
I want to see Kevin Owens live.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Him, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is hilarious.
Sami Zayn was there, but I would love to see be ringside.
Yeah.
While Sammy's out there, because just interacting with Sammy would probably be the most funniest thing in the world.
Right.
Because I remember when Kevin Owens was doing it, I don't know if you've seen it, where Kevin Owens stole one of the kids' belts.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He was going to use it.
Yeah.
But they're either security or
I think the ref or somebody like that got a hold of
them and gave the belt back to the kids. So it was interesting. But then there was there's some, I think it was Kevin Owens where the little kid flipped him off.
Yeah.
A
couple kids flipped him off and stuff like that.
Kevin Owens just looked at him and was like, I would have looked at him the same way. Right. I mean, I'm not going to MJF you.
Right. Now you get flipped off too. You get flipped. You might have to get flipped off too. So that's just me.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, Kofi was there. Kofi did. Kofi had a pretty good show out. Like I said, Sami Zayn. Who else is there?
Ricochet.
Your boy Ricochet was there. One of the Viking Raiders was there. Yeah, one of them was there. Cesaro, Garza, and Humberto.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte.
Because it was Sasha versus Charlotte.
Charlotte versus Sasha. It's that was face Sasha, which, like I said, nobody likes. Nobody likes her as a face. But overall, I had a good time. I had a good time at the show. The funniest thing about wrestling shows, just in general, in period, is the people in the crowd. That's the best thing. Just go and just listen to the people in the crowd. Yeah. It's hilarious. Like the dude that was in our row, the one dude that kept cussing had me in tears.
You and dude that was sitting next to me?
Yes. He was a couple seats down from you. Kept cussing, just going.
No, that was a little kid.
No, that was a little kid?
Yes.
Well, either way, it was hilarious.
I won't say a little kid. He was
maybe a teen
early teenager.
Yeah, hilarious. With the John Cena gear on and stuff like that, just going, yeah, you motherfucker. Just going in. It was hilarious, dude.
Yeah. But speaking of when you was talking about the belts, I did see somebody in the crowd with the NWA belt, and I pointed that out to you.
Yeah, you know what? That's my my homeboy. Shout out to my man DeAndre. He had the Torch Robinson and stuff like that. He do media stuff. He do media stuff too. And he had the belt, whatever like that. And he was and he showed the pictures on Facebook, whatever like that. And he had the NWA belt. I was like, oh, I didn't even know you could get that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But remember, I told you because you was like, where are we getting it? It was probably from that. Remember that book?
The magazine you was talking about.
The magazine that we had when we were
in
high school looking at them joints, trying to figure out what belts we wanted for our wrestling federation.
I think before ROH, Because I remember ROH used to do selling these belts. I saw the website and I looked at these belts was a grip. Probably. So I was like, man. So I could imagine how much that NWA belt probably would have ran them. So yeah.
So man, let's get into the Rumble, shall we?
Yep. This year's Royal Rumble 2022.
What was your thoughts on it overall?
It was cool. It was cool. I feel like it could have been more surprises.
On what part?
On just the Rumble matches itself. It could have been more. I just felt like it could have been more surprises, especially with the the Forbidden Door being kind of open a little bit with Mickie James obviously coming in. That's one of my moments of Mickie James coming back with the Impact title, having that, and it was funny. It was like Impact was promoting the hell out of that.
She had a whole promotion where she had all the girls out there and around the ring and everything. I seen that.
Yeah, it was like she was promoting the hell out of that. WWE would not it was like nah. He wasn't promoting. He wasn't trying to give her no shine and nothing like that. But he was just like, he was pretty much like, he was doing her solid because of how she got fired or whatever like that.
I also think because I think she might be inducted this year.
Right. So that, I mean, overall, like I said, I think it was good. It could have been better. Like as far as, like you said, the people who won the Rumble, whatever like that. There's a lot of other stuff that could have happened, whatever like that could have been better. But I think overall it was good. It was straight.
Which Rumble did you like more, men's or women's?
I like probably the men's.
I think you're the first person that said the men's because everybody liked the women's one. I think it's because there was more surprises on the women's side of things than the men's side. Because I don't think there was any Forbidden Door on the men's side that opened for them.
There could have been, there's so many people that he could have, like Forbidden Door and stuff like that, he could have just brought in for the men's side. But, it was cool, like I said, Brock had his match earlier, lost, boom, came back, got in the Rumble.
We're going to get into that.
Anything, so it was all right.
I mean, for me, my favorite match... Overall,
you talking about favorite?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Overall,
the Rumble.
Overall, for me, I like the Rumble.
Okay,
it wasn't as bad as people were saying. Mm-hmm. My moment was the moment that I kind of knew was going to happen with the Paul and Roman. Yeah. That was kind of my moment that I liked. Mickey was a good moment. It was a feel-good moment. Yeah. But I loved seeing Brock lose. Even though I would have loved to see more of Bobby's dominance in that match. Yeah. More so than just him pretty much winning the title off of Roman's assistance. Mm-hmm. It would have been cool to see Roman come in, spear him, hit him with the belt, leave, and then Bobby do something else to make it where it's more dominant Bobby. Right. Bobby, this is what he did. This is the Bobby that we wanted to see.
Right, but you seen that joint when Bobby was talking about with that, I just wanted to see how much I could take. He wanted to see how much he could take from Brock. Mm-hmm. And he wanted, it was Brock, throw your best at me, whatever like that. And he's like, I took it, got the title, whatever like that, whoever the case may be. Got that W on Brock.
Right, but them suplexes that he was taking from Brock,
yeah.
There was a couple that I was just
it was one that he took. He said he almost thought he got knocked out.
I think I know which one. It's the one where he kind of folded a little. He landed more so the neck area. And when I seen that, shout out to my man Kev, he said the same thing. He's like, "Yo, I thought he got fucked on that suplex." Right. But great to see that Bobby won the belt again. Right. And once again, man, we gotta give Brock his credit.
Yo, Brock is I seen Nia Jax. Yeah, I was asking Nia Jax about coming back to the Rumble. Obviously, she rejected the offer to come back to the Rumble, but she was talking about Brock. She was like, Brock is like one of the nicest, like coolest dudes in the business or whatever like that. He gets like kind of like a bad rap or whatever like that.
I've always said that.
But he was like Brock was like sweet guy,
right? Loves
the business and everything like that. And I say he's at a point now in his career where he's just like comfortable with who he is, and he knows the business. He knows the business inside. He's a very smart guy, whatever like that. You see, he's talking more. He's got more of a personality. He got the beard with the corn. Come on with the break. Like, come on. When Brock did the thing with the fan, when he won the belt, and it was the fans he was doing the deals, and he got all the fans and started like flexing. Yeah. I was like, yo, he's having the time of his life.
This is probably the best Brock that we have in the business right now. You know? But it's just like people don't give Brock his credit. You know, like my man Jeff, he's always like, yo, Brock is so annoying. Like, I can't stand this man. He's just, I just can't. I'm like, dude, Brock's not bad. Like,
he don't like Brock for like what? Like,
he just doesn't like. He's just like he does. He's like, well, one, he's against the whole part-timer thing, like part-timers, and he's like, winning the title when Brock goes away, and he's more so doesn't like the fact of how they're not pushing younger stars, which we all we're all a part of that. We all agree with that, even though it's what they're doing, but this is going about it in a different way. Like, their next big star is Austin Theory. Hands down, in my opinion, Austin Theory is the next. He could be like the next Randy Orton. He has the look that kind of gives him that Randy Orton type of vibe. Mm-hmm. I can see that in Austin Theory. Mm-hmm. Then you have like the women's division, which we're going to get into that and how people are a little upset about that situation. You look at what they're doing at NXT, which we both know is just trash.
Right.
But they're creating their stars in the eyes of Vince McMahon.
Right.
Which is different from the eyes of Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H has always been the mind of a wrestler and how he visions the wrestlers. And then you have Vince and Vince's vision. Vince is the overall architect of this whole thing.
Entertainment.
Yeah, so when Vince is behind someone like he is with Austin Theory,
the kid goes straight to the moon.
I won't say he's gonna go straight to the moon, because remember, the last person who was supposed to be the chosen one was Drew McIntyre.
But we see what happened with Drew.
In the long run.
In the long term, right. Right.
And just like, Vince has always been saying, man, this is, and it's not just Vince that says it, it's life, man. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Right.
And that's how they're treating
quotables.
But that's how they're treating the business. Like AEW, for example, they're treating this like this is a sprint. They're trying to get everything done quickly. Then I started watching Monday Night Wars again, and it made me realize that this is what they're doing. Like, we're so quick, not just in the wrestling fans, but in life, we just want that instant gratification. And that's why, like, we're so like, oh my God, like, why isn't this person getting that push right now?
Right.
We still gotta remember, like, for example, Bianca Belair. People are upset with Bianca losing the title. Like, we were kind of upset about it.
Right.
We gotta remember, she's only in her mid-20s.
No, she's like 30.
Oh, really?
Nah, she like 32.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, it's still a matter of she still has time.
Right.
Same with like, a Drew.
Yeah, we talk about what Drew. Yeah, Drew. Long term, when we seen the end product with Drew. Yeah, we saw that with Drew. We saw that, like you said, like Bianca Belair still has time. We want to talk about another talent like a Montez Ford. A lot of people want him to get that push, but like I said, he has time. He's and I think it's I don't want to say it's different for men, whatever like that, men and women in the wrestling business, because obviously you have older women that still in the wrestling business competing, whatever, like Mercedes Martinez, Mickie James. I think Mickie James is like 50 or something like that. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, whatever like that, but she up there. She's up there. She like 50, bro. Like she like, but she killing it though. Right, like she killing it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so it's like time. Matter of fact, Big E. We just talk about Big E right there. Big E's in his 30s. When he was talking about wrestlers in their prime. He said they really don't start really getting to their prime until they're about older. Right. You know what I mean? Because it just takes time with all the ring work and all that other stuff like that. So yeah, it most definitely is gonna take a lot of time. It's just like. But I gotta get you with the AEW joke because you said that. But I was like, the storyline with Hangman Adam Page took about like a year. Right. They did rush that. They took up a year.
But then there was also things that played a part of it. Because wasn't he expecting a kid or something?
Yeah, he had a kid. But he was supposed to win. See, I gotta go back. I gotta think about that.
I was about to say
he won it. When did he win it? He won it at one of the pay-per-views. I think it was at All Out. Was it? Yeah, it was at All Out. Right. But I don't. I'm trying to remember. He was expecting. But there was so he had to write him off. Right. He had to write him off on TV, whatever like that. But I don't think he was gonna win it around that time before he got written off.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if he wasn't having a kid, right? Would that?
They still could have wrote him off.
Yeah, but would they have wrote it off? You know,
I don't work for them. I don't know.
Oh, so speaking of the Rumble,
yes.
Speaking of the Rumble, you said something on Facebook,
yes,
and I said I'm gonna hold my comment.
Yeah, I said what I said because I knew you was gonna say something. I knew I was gonna get a rise out of you.
So you said that
AEW would have gave the fans what he wanted.
Yes, AEW would have gave the fans what they wanted.
Right.
What were you referring to?
I was referring to the Rumble. Like as far as like the
you were referring to because I think that was after the women's Royal. It had to be after the women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay, so who did you want to win the Rumble, the women's Rumble?
I wanted Liv Morgan to win the Rumble. Liv Morgan to me has been in the position. She is talk about pushing your young stars. She's a young star, right? Now she lost to Becky. She lost to Becky, I believe, like twice, right? Already, okay. But I felt like Liv Morgan was the next to be in that position to win the Rumble, go to WrestleMania, face Becky, win the belt from Becky, whatever like that, and go on to do whatever, have a successful career after that, whatever like that. The AEW, and I'm saying this with all my heart, but like no shots at WWE, but AEW would have gave the fans what they wanted. If Liv Morgan was in AEW, and if AEW had a like whatever that Double or Nothing, they had like a women's battle royale for. She could pick whatever title, whatever. Right. Like Liv Morgan would have won that joint. We would have known. It would have been great because, like I said, AEW would have did it. So AEW does a lot of good things.
They're good with their surprises.
They're good with their surprises. Liv Morgan would have won that bad boy. She would have won. It would have either been like Liv or maybe Bianca or maybe like a Lita or something like that. You know, Lita was supposed to be coming back, so Lita was talking about facing Charlotte, whatever like that, or Becky, whatever like that for the title. So like the AEW would have got us that. We would have got that from them at the Rumble. All the fans would have been just like, because you still could have had Ronda. Could have came in there, Ronda would have got lost or whatever like that, and y'all could have still did whatever y'all wanted to do with Ronda. I don't care what you say. You still could have did that. But for Liv Morgan was the one, to me, Liv was the one that I should have won the Women's Rumble and moved on to go to WrestleMania to be that, like I said, that young star that they're building. Right. To, go on and carry the torch for the women's. This new women's division. I'm saying stuff like that. I'm saying, listen, the whole Rumble, AEW would have gave the fans what they wanted. The fans would have got what they wanted at AEW. I'm looking out for y'all. And I'm looking out for y'all. We don't care. I'm looking out for y'all. I'm looking out for y'all.
Okay. You wanted Liv to win.
Yes.
I don't think Liv is 100% ready. I don't.
That's your opinion.
I just don't.
That's your opinion.
Listen, Liv.
Hater.
I'm not hating on Liv. I love Liv Morgan.
Yes.
But if you listen to some of the promos that she does and some of her in-ring work, I think they want her to be more of that ring general. I think they want more of women to be the ring generals. Like, we know Becky and Sasha and Charlotte and Bayley. We know the horsewomen are the ring generals. But now you kind of want to get into a point where you want to, okay, let like a Bianca, who is starting to become more of a ring general, let them be the generals now. Because eventually, guess what's going to happen?
All the other girls is going to retire. Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, Sasha.
They're going to go away.
They're going to transition.
Yeah. So now you're going to need new crop of talent to kind of, okay, square circle, let's dance, lead the way type of thing, you know? And when you see her and Becky in their matches, the matches they had in the past, it was kind of like Becky was kind of like, yo, here you go. Here's the free reign for you to do it. And she really was like not as much leading. So that's why I'm kind of trying to think that like, her time is going to come, but I don't think it's
and I know, like you said, we just talked about like the instant gratification, this, that, and the third. But I'm just saying, like, I did the WWE, like AEW would have gave us Liv Morgan. Us fans that wanted Liv Morgan.
Well, I mean,
we would have got Liv Morgan.
They gave us Ruby Soho, and
Ruby Soho ain't she
but think about it. She won the Royal Roulette, whatever. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
But she lost to Britt Baker.
Well, hold on. See you try to. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. First of all, Britt Baker is okay. Ruby Soho. DMD. She's awesome. She's awesome. Ruby Soho is a veteran in this game, right? DMD, Britt Baker, is a young vet. It's a young up and coming star. Britt Baker is the star that they're building up. You see how they're building their stars. You want to talk about building young stars? No, now this turned into AEW versus WWE. You see how Britt Baker has been built in AEW. Jade Cargill. See how she's been built in AEW. Yeah, you got Ruby Soho. Yeah, she did all that other stuff like that. But Liv Morgan's younger. Liv Morgan's younger. And that's the case. There's no excuse why Liv Morgan, if you say like this is the ring general, stuff like that, but I feel like there should be no excuse then because Liv Morgan's younger. But look at the stars he got at AEW, that's young women that are now leading the way. Look, he built the Jade Cargill up to this point now when she's like 26-0 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And now she's the first ever TBS. She's going to have a long title run with that title, whatever like that. And Britt Baker, I don't know how old what her age, whatever like that. But she's like I said, one of those young stars. She's like you call it the four pillars in AEW, whatever like that. And now she's like, I've replaced MJF as the fourth pillar, whatever like that, because she's the truth.
Right.
You could have looked out for Liv, man.
I don't know, man. In my opinion, if Ronda wasn't going to be there, I think I said I wanted Bianca to win.
Right.
You know, because I think then it would be history. The first woman to win it back to back.
Back to back, right.
You know. And there really wasn't no other really clear-cut favorite.
Right, because you got Rhea there. She's not really doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know what, speaking of the Rumble, we talk about matches. You know who I really wanted to win the match? Doudrop. And that was a good match. I wanted her to win that match.
And like I said, Doudrop has won me over.
Me too.
You know, like
She dropped the goofy, kind of like the
right.
She's more like serious, whatever, like that. And I like it. She's just like, you know what's crazy? It's like, yo, she's better than Nia Jax. As far as like that big woman,
because
big woman
she has more
experience.
Yeah, she has more in ring.
Right.
Plus, she went through kind of like the NXT UK, you know, route. And you know, coming from NXT UK, you know, you got the Walters or the Gunther, you know, or you got
I don't know that many styles. Yeah,
Kylie Ray.
Yeah,
you know, you got them, and they are like strong hitting, kind of shoot wrestlers,
right?
And Doudrop kind of came from the same club. I even think that she might have trained with Becky. Right. At one point.
Yeah, because they're kind of like in that, from that, what? I think Becky's from Ireland, right?
Yeah.
And Doudrop, or was it Piper?
Yeah.
Piper, she's from Scotland, I think.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I love that character now. Like, it's really won me over.
Right.
You know, and then we have, I just feel like with that match, I thought it was going to be a dirty move that Becky did, but it wasn't. Like, Becky won clean.
Right.
You know, so I don't know if that means that, like, what's going to happen with Doudrop now.
Yeah, because that could mean it's just like that descend down the roster or whatever like that, but they don't have a lot of women.
Close to... We wish you well in your future endeavors.
Nah. But did you see that thing I posted?
What?
On the page, on the Royal Club page about the revenue?
Yeah.
About the stuff like that. So it was like, come on, that budget, all that BS, man.
But no, you gotta look at it. They now just announced recently, I think it was right before Royal Rumble, that they partnered with Disney.
Yeah.
So they can play so the network can be on Disney Plus, but only in certain countries, so they can see so they can get access to the WWE network. Mm-hmm. So you got to think, now they done partnered with Disney.
But they just got that. They just got that. They just got that.
No, I'm saying, like, it's business moves like that, which is why their revenue keeps growing. But you know,
but I understand what you're saying. But I don't know when that partnership got official, whatever like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, that's kind of like, we just heard about that,
right?
You know what I mean? So, but the reports that came out from last year. That's last year's report. Not like talk about right now. That's from last year.
That was the end of the year report.
Yeah, end of the year report about the revenue.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you go wave that flag, man. I'm like, you go wave that flag, man.
Sorry.
Right.
I mean, it's just,
I'm not hating either. I'm not hating nothing like that. But you know what? I'm like,
no, I know you. I know you're not. Yeah. You know, but it's just like that's more home to me. Yeah. You know, where it's like I can kind of like look away at like AEW, like, oh, okay, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like,
I was about to say we used to know dysfunctional homes or something like that. So WWE is like the perfect place to be.
So I don't know, man. I think it's just because I've always, like, I grew up on that. Like, right. Like, I remember watching the Big E24 and Big E was like, I love WCW. Like, when I started watching WCW, it was like, all right, cool. But I always was like, home is WWE, like WWF at the time, but that's where home was for me. Right. You know, and I have a question I'm going to ask you a little bit later. Actually, since we're still talking about the Rumble, would you say, and this ain't the question I want to ask, but would you say that with all the winners from the matches, do you think they got it right as far as the winners go?
Like I think the only one I could say that I'm, like I said, the Ronda winning, I'm not mad at that. I wanted Liv to win, but I'm not mad that Ronda won. Right. I'm not mad that Brock won. You know what I mean? I'm not mad that I kind of wanted. I was thinking Seth was gonna win, but I kind of felt like Roman had to. Listen, because Seth got that record. He got that record on Roman.
But that's another reason why I feel though as if Roman was gonna win.
Right. That's because I posted that on the Instagram page. I said that Roman has to exercise that demon, whatever as you want to say. Like I never really beat Seth like that. You know what I mean? Seth always got the one up on me, especially when it comes to championships. Right. So Seth always had that on me. So I gotta kind of get that off of my record real quick.
And then the promo, like the last promo that they cut, and when Seth said like, you know, when he started talking about his family and started,
he was going in. I was like, damn,
like saying all this. And the minute you seen Roman kind of like to snap, I was like, here we go. There's no way Rollins is winning. No way. But since we're talking about that match, Seth Rollins is the new cerebral assassin.
The new game?
He is the new game. He is more of a cerebral assassin to me than Triple H. And you know you know Tripp is my guy.
Your guy, right.
But the mind games that this man was playing from the beginning of the feud with the knocking on the door with the shield knock. Yeah. To him cutting these promos to the last promo where he was dressed with the Joker outfit, you know, and you pointed it out, but there was a photo that was floating around and I swear I thought I liked it. But it's the photo that we talked about with Dean as Bane. They have a photo of Bane from the Dark Knight Rises.
This was Dean's like last run in WWE where he was kind of like Moxley. He was that transition into Moxley or something like that, but he was still Dean.
So it was, and they had the picture with Bane with the coat on. The coat, yeah. And then you had Dean with the coat with the gas mask. Then you had Rollins with the Joker outfit, and you had, you know, a picture of Joker, and then you had Roman as Batman. Yeah. You know, and the mind games, Seth coming out to the Shield music with the Shield get up on, coming down through the crowd. It was the mind games, and you could just tell Roman, when Roman started talking to himself, that's when you knew like, oh, this shit about to get.
But the best part about that match, that was a great match too. That was a good match.
To me, that was the best match.
Those two was like the, what you want to say, like Rock Austin-ish, Shawn Michaels, Triple H-ish, kind of like that 1-2, that peanut butter jelly. The two people that always have great matches together.
I'll go Rock Triple H.
Rock Triple H? Okay. Yeah. Like, the part was when Roman hit Seth with the chair. And Seth fell on the ropes, and he showed the picture of when Seth turned on the Shield, and Roman was on the rope, same exact way, same. I'm like,
someone did a great edit where they showed Rollins swinging with the chair, and they cut to when Roman hit him with the chair. It's literally that transition from there to there. But what was getting me...
long-term storytelling.
But what was getting me, and this is why for me, like, Rollins is one of the best in the business right now, as far as storytelling goes, is because, like, when he was getting his ass whooped by Roman, he kept laughing. Like, and that was pissing Roman off even more. Right. Seeing him sitting there, like, give me your best. Like, come on. Give it to me. Like, and Roman just snapped. Roman put him in the guillotine and choked him out, and then he was beating him with this chair. It's like, then you hear Roman like he's talking to himself. Because when I seen that was the opening match, I was like, something. I was like, something's gonna happen. I hope it's not with this match, because I don't want to see Roman lose, and obviously he didn't. Yeah. And then when we seen the Bobby Lashley Brock match, and it was like, okay, something's happening. Like I text one of my friends, and I was like, when the ref went down, obviously we knew somebody was somebody was coming out. I thought it was gonna be the Usos, to be honest with you. But then to see Roman come out and do what he did, you know, I just didn't like the promo that they cut on SmackDown, where Paul was kind of just like, it wasn't a plan. Like, they didn't plan this out. This was just, I was trying to protect Roman from Brock. But in the moment the minute he started seeing how Brock was like becoming this, how did he word it? It's like Brock was not the beast anymore in a sense. Mm-hmm. You know, like he's being more of a jokester and kind of just doing what he wanted to do. And then he was like, when Brock said that he was going to come on to SmackDown and challenge Roman title for title, that's when he realized, like, nah, this ain't the route to go. And I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with this.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be title for title at Mania. I think that's the best blockbuster as far as like you looking for like that blockbuster punching that ticket or whatever like that.
But see,
and I think that's the best move right now,
there. Do you want to get into that now?
The Chamber?
Yeah.
We talk about what else we got to talk about with the Rumble? There ain't really much else to talk about the Rumble, right?
I mean, we still got. We can get to the Chamber, yeah. So they did announce that, you know, next pay-per-view would be the Chamber.
Yeah, at Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. And we have the Elimination Chamber set up.
Yeah, pretty quick. That was quick, too. He usually don't go that fast.
Yeah, I was surprised because I thought it was going to be at least like 1 week. It'll be like
2 weeks or something like that.
No, I thought it was going to be 1 week. They'll have one match. Then like the following, it'll be like kind of like leading up to that. But they didn't all day. They had it all ready by the end of Raw.
Right.
So Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, he's going to be facing AJ Styles, Austin Theory, Riddle, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar.
Yo, what? Before we go forward, got to go back a little bit. There was rumors that Riddle was supposed to win the Men's Rumble.
Yeah.
But its plans got switched, whatever like that. I just think the RK Bro thing was just too much, was too good to break up at that time for her to have Riddle be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I can't see Riddle right now being in that position where he's like, I know they believe in him. They're this is their guy. But I think it's more so like we need to see more, for me, more of a serious side than the bro. Yeah. You know, and when he was talking about what was when they was doing the spelling bee, and what was the word that they was trying to have him spell in, and he started talking about the weight, and everybody started popping because they knew, like, because of his character. And he was like, "Oh, I use this to weigh all my products and everything." And it was kind of like one of those moments, but
like a scale or something.
I forgot the word that they used, but yeah, I can, because then they was talking about having Randy versus Riddle for like the title, and I'm kind of just like, I don't want to see Randy. I will love heel Orton is the best Orton, but doing another title push or getting him in that title equation.
Yeah, I know we going back, but I'm like, yo, do you feel like, no, I'm sorry, we going back. Like with Randy.
We had how many months of not talking about or not potting?
Like 2 months maybe? Like a month and a half or something like that. So.
Excuse us. Not really.
But I was saying, like, Randy, do you feel like, number one, do you think Randy should break the record for the most titles?
No. I don't think no one's going to break that record.
Right.
I think because, let me take that back. I don't think no one wants to break that title because it's Flair.
Right.
Now, after
I think it's still because of Flair. I still think because of Flair.
After the dark side of the ring, they may be like...
I think that's one of those things, though, in wrestling. It's just like those maybe like one record, a few records, you like, we can't touch that. We can't touch that. Even though it's like Flair, it's like, yeah, you know, but it's people that still got like, you know, ties, especially in WWE with that business. You know, I don't think Triple H would be like, you know, we can't break the record, man. It's Flair. I understand, but it's Flair.
Do you think they care about what Triple H has to think right now? Like,
I think the wrestlers care.
The wrestlers do.
The wrestlers would care.
But creative.
Yeah. I don't think they'll do it though. I think Randy got too much pull. I think Randy got too much pull back there.
I mean, because Cena could be the one to do it, but I don't think
Cena want to do it either.
Cena doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, and Cena already know I'm a part timer. Right. I don't want to.
I mean, but Cena did say he has one more run in him, like one more like. I think he was saying one more title run. I don't know if that's. the case.
I think one more like. Not a title run because it would be just, but maybe he could get that. He'll break the record there, right? Or he'll tie.
No, he'll break the record. He's tied with the record now.
He's tied with the record. I don't want to see him break the record
because he's been saying that for a minute. He's been saying like his last 2 title runs. He's been like, I'm going to break your, like when he was feuding with Seth.
Yeah.
And he was, remember that epic promo when he was like, I'm going to do something that and he was pointing at Triple H like, and that's when Triple H gave him the look like, oh, you son of a bitch. Right. So, I mean, it's a possibility, but I feel like they probably will do it on some petty shit.
Right. And then also, do you think that Randy is kind of like at that point in his career where he's just like kind of like how Brock is? I'm just having fun. I'm just there to just.
I think he is.
Yeah. I don't need a title to validate me or whatever. Like, you know who I am. You know my resume.
Hall of Fame already.
Yeah, like Hall of Fame. You know, I don't really need that. Then it's just like, yo, I believe in Riddle. You know what I mean? Like putting the title on me just to have Riddle win it. Yeah. Like,
but you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Rusev.
Yeah.
Bringing up Rusev. And how they had a problem with Rusev not wearing boots.
Yeah.
So they had him in boots now. But Riddle has been feet all day.
Feet, right.
And it's like, it's kind of weird because they're not on Riddle as much as they are, or as much as they were with Rusev.
But I did Rusev like get like an injury? He got hurt. He got hurt that one time, and he just kind of hired to wear boots.
Before then, they were kind of getting on him about, you know, having footwear.
I wouldn't feel comfortable with that anyway, though. I gotta have boots. I got something on my feet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So the chamber, we talked.
Back to the chamber.
Back to the chamber where we're talking about it. You're saying it's title for title. So I'm thinking title.
It would kind of suck to have Bobby win it just to lose it.
Right.
Right.
But then where does that? Because ideally people are still thinking that we're going to get Big E versus Bobby. Now I know we're going to talk about Big E later, but I'm against title for title.
I just think this year's WrestleMania, because this would be the second WrestleMania after the pandemic. Right. And it's in Dallas, and it's big, you know, Dallas.
Everything's big in Dallas.
Everything's big in Dallas.
Or everything big in Texas.
Yeah, everything big in Texas, whatever like that. So, like, what better situation than to have title for title in Texas? You know what I mean? Like Rock, Roman and Hollywood makes sense because it's The Rock, it's Hollywood, it's LA, you know, Roman, it's you know, that's something special, right?
Right.
But I think with Texas, in Texas, whatever like that, you have, like I said, Roman and Brock Lesnar title for title. It's just like kind of like, because you already had Roman and Brock fight like what? How many like? They fought like 10 times or something like that. Like
pretty much.
You know what I mean? So it was like, how do you kind of like cap that off? Mm-hmm. You know, how would you cap this rivalry off? Title for title.
Because then where does that leave Bobby? Where does that leave, you know, where does that leave these people?
Like I said, if that's what this is your company. This is your company. You wear that flag, then you gonna have to have faith in what they do with the company. Then you just have to have faith with Roman and say, well, Roman, what they're gonna do with that? What will Roman's vision be? Like, okay, I won both titles. You know, when you win 2 titles, you know you're gonna lose one of them titles,
right?
You know what I mean? And obviously, the title that he's gonna lose first is gonna be the WWE Championship, right? So, like I said, you got Big E. You got eventually they're gonna have Drew and Roman feud. You still have Bobby out there. You still have who else do you got? Riddle. You know, you got somebody like Riddle. They're high on.
You still got AJ.
You know,
Kevin Owens.
Seth Rollins is still in the mix. Nakamura has never really got another opportunity since his match with AJ. So you still got a couple of people that
Ricochet.
That should. You never know. You never know.
We all know Ricochet.
We never know.
Ricochet gonna sniff that title.
We never know. Shit, but I think that's gonna be the move. I was honestly just thinking about it, like having a custom title. I would love to see Roman win both. Just say, you know what? Fuck both these titles. I want my own title, a custom title, Roman Reigns title. 2 R's, the Roman logo with the tribal, just some raw idea for like a Roman's my belt. This is my, you know what I mean? Like I want both titles. Right. Get rid of both of these titles. I don't need both of these titles. Just give me my one belt, the Roman Empire belt, the tribal chief, the belt of the tribal chief, whatever like that, or some big ass lay or something like that. No, just whatever, dude. Like I could just see like. Cause it's gonna be cool. Cause Roman's so cool. Everything he does now is cool. So when he win 2 titles, how he gonna do it? He can't throw the one up. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would love to see that. I would love to see that custom title though. Custom Roman Reigns title.
I mean, the last custom title we had was the Bray title.
Yeah,
which
some people bought that. I seen it.
I didn't know nobody bought that deluxe title. The deluxe one, like the $4,000?
Nah. I ain't spending $4,000.
Yeah, I seen some people with the duplicate or whatever, but that replica was like $4,000.
Yeah,
you know, but okay. I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's Bobby. Right. I hope Bobby keeps the title and we get Bobby versus Big E. Even though Big E technically is on SmackDown now, which I think is just because of
Woods' injury.
Mm-hmm. And then also because of, and I forgot to do it, you know, if someone, you guys, could do us a solid, and we'll probably have this information by the time this is released, but the time of the draft, we need to find out exactly the date of the draft and the date of when Big E cashed in on Bobby. That would tell me a lot about this Big E going back.
But I be thinking you thinking too much into this logically.
No,
logically, Charles.
Because then wouldn't that technically make him a free agent?
It would make more sense, Charles. But this is the WWE that we're talking about.
Damn it! Let me just.
You thinking too much. You thinking too logically, bro. Logically, that makes sense. What you talk about makes sense, but this is the WWE we talking about here, dude. This is the same company that had Mae Young give birth to a hand, bro.
That was during the Attitude Era.
Still, though, a hand? It was other things that came out of it. It was bad stuff. She had like a garage sale in there.
You're so true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
You thinking oh my God, dude, you was too, dude, Charles, listen, you need to kind of like throw logic out the window. If you ever get a job with the WWE, throw logic out the fucking window. Just throw it out the window. Just be like, dude, just think. Like, it's kind of like dumb it down.
Do you think I could dumb it down?
No. But if you want to survive, keep your job, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to dumb it down. Or you got
okay.
Or I can say, you can join AEW. You can go over here to this side, come to the AEW side. Logic ain't working there either, but shit, it might be better. I don't know.
I mean,
Tay Conti.
No.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
No, because I'm sick of her now.
And now you mad?
I'm a little upset.
You a little upset?
I'm a little upset.
Okay.
Because,
Sammy Guevara?
yeah. It's not even that. I'm not even upset about. I'm not upset that they're together. I'm just upset with the, like, they're always. I understand it's new love, it's new relationship.
Oh, that PDA, that over the top PDA,
overkill. Because I'm looking at it, and this is definitely not on the agenda, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, okay, we all know that Sammy Guevara was engaged. Mm-hmm. How do you think this is gonna make his ex feel that now she's like, they went public, like he broke up and then like 2-3 weeks later, him and Tay Conti.
Was it Tay engaged too? Or she was with somebody?
She was engaged, but no, she was married. And then somebody said something, because she was doing like the little question thing on Instagram, on her story. Somebody said something about her and him, and she was like, no guys, I'm single now. And then we started seeing her and Sammy posting all this stuff, their videos that they were doing, their little YouTube channel. And then Sammy all of a sudden, oh, no longer with my fiance. Then like 2-3 weeks later.
Can't blame him. Can't blame the brother. Can't blame the brother. Can't blame the brother.
I can't. You know how I feel about Tay.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can't blame the brother.
But this is overkill.
I know, but Charles, you would too. If that was you.
It's overkill.
Charles, if that was you.
But okay, if I was in a relationship,
that was you would take.
If I was in a relationship and then
with Tay Conti.
No. I'm saying if I was in a relationship and then it broke up and then I instantly jump into a relationship with Tay. I can't even talk with a straight face.
Dog, you would. But next subject. Don't do me like that, bruh.
I don't know.
I hear you, bruh.
Okay.
I hear you on that one. I call bull on that one.
Okay.
I call bull on that one.
I might have to call bull too because I don't know.
Right? Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. But I know. I feel like I know. You like, all right, okay. All right. What else we talking about? Okay, we talked about, Bobby. You want Bobby to retain?
Yes.
I'm going with Brock winning.
Okay.
So that's our theory. What if Austin Theory fucking won?
He ain't winning.
Yo, what
he
if
ain't winning.
Won the belt?
He ain't winning.
Oh my God.
He ain't winning.
Do you want to jump into your next or
Goldberg, Bill? It's time. It is time.
Yeah, you about to take Old Yeller out to the
It's time. Old Yeller is getting taken to the back of the shed, and our tribal chief putting him in the shed, just taking him out. I've already said it. I've been saying that.
Right.
I've been wanting this to happen, and it's finally happening. Thank God.
By the right man too.
By the right man. I've been waiting for this to happen.
And he gonna be talking so much shit.
I want him to beat his ass and talk so much. Send his ass packing back to Atlanta.
He gonna be talking so much shit.
Hey, Bill, bring your son too.
Oh, dude.
Bring your son. So Roman, we see what he did to Dominic.
And we see what Bobby did to Goldberg's son, so you can imagine what.
Bring the kid.
Right.
What's his son's name?
I was like Gabriel Gage or something like that. Gage Goldberg or something.
Bring Gage. Bring Double G. So Double R. Get him out of here.
Right.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. We pretty much are agreeing on that one now. Yeah, Goldberg it's about to be the last ride.
Did you see his entrance?
Dude, he ain't got it.
When he tried to kick,
I saw the leg. Like, dude, that's like me getting out the car. I'm like, oh, shit.
It's like, woo, he couldn't even lay him all the way.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, hold on. Another thing. Brandon, look at me. Look at me. When Goldberg gets laid out by your tribal chief, I want you to acknowledge him. Acknowledge this man, the greatness, the GOAT, the greatest of all time of this generation. Acknowledge him because he's going to do something that you don't want to see.
That probably should have been done a long time ago.
It should have happened 2 years ago. I'm good.
Yeah, but we agree on that one.
Yes.
We agree.
Yes.
We agree. Goldberg got to go.
Yes.
Got to go. So we got Becky Lynch versus Lita.
Big Time Becks.
Big Time Becks. Obviously, I feel like Becky's going to win this
Of course.
match, but how do you feel about Lita coming back to the fold?
One more shot.
Just one more shot at it.
One more shot.
Didn't Trish get a shot at it?
She didn't get a shot. She didn't get a shot with Charlotte. I think it was just her and Charlotte, just one-on-one, no title on the line. I don't even think Charlotte was a champ at the time.
Yeah.
But I think it was just for Charlotte to cement her legacy. This might be for Becky to cement her legacy as far as that goes. And then I think Bianca will cement her legacy against Beth because I heard that.
I heard that. Yeah, that.
But then that leads you to think like, what about Sasha and Bayley? Because they haven't had a legend to fight to cement their legacy.
I would have said Bayley, Lita, but not. But if Becky's fighting Lita and Bayley fight Lita, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? You kind of feel bad for Lita in a sense because it's like, damn, like you done lost like twice to like these girls.
I can't wait till Bayley come back.
And I don't know about. Listen, I don't even want to.
I know.
Right. I'm sorry. Right. But Sasha, I don't even know who can Sasha. Who can Sasha?
Because I honestly thought the person to face Sasha would have been Trish.
Right, that would have been a good one.
Because I remember at the Rumble when they had their little square off and the crowd went crazy over it. Like that was like you could have capitalized on that, but that didn't happen. So I'm that'll be interesting to see who like as far as them two go.
Right.
Who would be the ones to face them?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It had to be. I'm thinking like you might lean outside of WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know who the.
I was gonna say Gail Kim, but she'll never work for the WWE again. So I don't know.
We'll just have to. I know Austin Collins retired. Gail Kim.
We'll have to see. We'll just have to wait and see. You know, I think we're in agreement that Big Time Becks is gonna win this one. Mm-hmm. You know, so before we wrap up, I know you had some issues with.
Yeah, I was getting upset with the like the social media thing with wrestling and stuff, and just like number one, I miss the old days of like surprises. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like when Punk returned, it would have been. It was a great pop. It was a great moment, but it would have probably been better if there was a surprise. Like if it was like nobody knew.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like nobody knew it was a surprise. It just happened. Whatever. Even with the Rumble and everybody's talking about the Forbidden Door and all this other stuff like that. Cody's a free agent and all this other stuff like that. You kind of see people. You see a picture of like CM Punk like at an airport. Like you know what I'm saying?
That's been that infamous picture.
But that was like that was that old picture, whatever like that. But everybody was like, you know. And it's kind of like it's just like,
but then also like you got to take into account that Punk did that. Like Punk kind of tweeted that out there, and Punk was doing a whole bunch of trolling.
Yeah, he was trolling.
I know Cody trolled too.
Cody trolled.
He had the picture of like looking outside the airplane.
Yeah, and it was like St. Louis, and it was in St. Louis. You seen the arch or whatever like that. So I was just like stuff like that. And me and you talked about they did say that WrestleMania that they didn't have an idea of what to do with the WWE title. And you said he did have an idea, and from what I heard, I saw one different thing. You saw something different. So it's kind of like the misinformation of what's going on in social media. And then now to finish my last thing is like I felt like how the social media and these certain like whatever communities, wrestling communities, there's like this. It's like I feel like certain stories I made are meant to make a particular company look bad for the other fan base to be like, I told you so about this company, whatever like that. And then I feel like that's kind of like, you know what I mean? That shouldn't be, I don't think that's cool.
That's why I'm not believing the shit about Shane. I'm not believing that Shane is has heat with them over the Rumble because he apparently wanted to put himself over in the Rumble.
Right.
I feel like
now, they was saying well the reason why he got in trouble, he got heat, is because he kept changing Bad Bunny's position in the entry in the Rumble, whatever like that, for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it was just like he wanted maybe Bad Bunny should come out at this spot, whatever that case may be, or whatever like that. And WWE's kind of like, well, we kind of want to had these relationships with these stars, and Bad Bunny is a superstar or whatever like that. And he was like, Shane, you might fuck this up. Mm-hmm. So deuces. So
see, because I think Shane will be used at WrestleMania. Honestly, I feel like it'll be Shane Austin Theory. I can see that happening because I can see with the relationship that Vince has with Austin Theory can kind of do something,
I'm more of a son to Vince than you are, whatever like that.
Kind of like in defense of Vince, because they can easily take not this heat that he has backstage, but they can like kind of manipulate that into making it into a storyline. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I agree with you to the extent of how these websites kind of put these these out there to put wrestling fans against one another, right, or put us against one company. We all know that company. They're all these websites that are they're targeted to attack the WWE,
right?
And it's them being upset with how the creative is going, mm-hmm. And we're just in a position as fans where we have to be kind of smart, with the things. Like when I said in the last video, I kind of am shying away from watching or reading these articles because I want to go back to just enjoying wrestling. Yeah, for the living in those moments.
Right. And I miss them days. I miss those.
I know, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good. Sorry.
I know that there's this talk now because we all know the 90-day non-compete clause is up for that a lot of the people that people want to see. And Tony Khan made a statement after Rampage yesterday about, we got a big surprise coming for y'all next week. Like this forbidden door is about to get, or it says something about the forbidden door. And I think he took a jab at WWE because what does AEW like to do? And it leaves us thinking okay, Karrion Kross. That's like one of the big names, Karrion Kross. Keith Lee. Hell, where the hell is Bray Wyatt? But it leaves us thinking this stuff. I personally don't want to go and know when the next person is coming to. See,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to. I want to be surprised. I miss those days of just being we kind of as fans, we would just Like when we go to high school, we go to school the next day, yo, you saw what happened or whatever like that. It's just like, you can't wait to like, talk about these things and just like, predict things or whatever, talk about that. And then now you go on social media or whatever like that. You got these people talking all this stuff about, inside says that,
right.
It's just like, cause like it gets kind of overwhelming because it's so much of it. There's like thousands of wrestling network, wrestling blogs or whatever, it's something on Facebook or whatever. Like it's 1,000 of those things. So it's like you get that religiously.
Yeah.
So it gets overwhelming. Like I said, we talk about Big E. And him, you saw the picture of Big E when he lost the title, and he was just like sitting down, looking down, or whatever like that. Now it's like, his single push is over, and this, that, and the third. He's going back to being a tag team. He gave up on Big E.
Even Big E said it. Big E was a little upset with his title reign.
Yeah,
he
wish it could have been longer. Yeah, most definitely.
But he also thinks that, and I think we talked about that, where was he needs his boys with him.
He needs his, yeah.
Like this run wasn't the same as Kofi's run.
Right.
Because Kofi had
his boys. Yeah.
Big E didn't have them. And then I think that some of the matches, like some of the rivalries he was doing wasn't there.
Yeah, but we did agree though, like we wanted to see him and Bobby go at it. So I know Big E wanted that. He wanted that. He had KO. Those people's Dolph. I think missed out on that. Big E versus Dolph. Remember the history.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Those two got history.
Okay, I thought it was just because whenever there's like a brand new like
champion, here comes Dolph.
That never won the title before. Here comes Dolph.
Here comes Dolph.
It should have been me.
ASAP. It should have been me. Oh man, I had to do that.
You had to.
I had to. It should have been me, damn it. But like, and then it was like, I remember people was talking about that. Like, it was like, oh man, he had a terrible run because he lost to Roman. I'm like, everybody lost to Roman, bro. Like, you not beating Roman. That's just the thing. You not beating, like I remember that. Like I said, it was like that September or something like that. It was like the great stretch of wrestling. He had like Roman was on Raw, he was on SmackDown, he was doing all this stuff. AEW was like all this stuff was going on and whatever. And I was like, it was the New Day. It was the New Day versus the Bloodline. I remember that tag team match. D was like, well, D lost that one too. I was just like, dude, like you not, but y'all understand, Roman not losing.
He not.
Roman not losing. Certain cats ain't just losing.
Even though they technically said Roman suffered his first loss in over 700 days against Seth Rollins.
But they also said that when he fought King Woods and King Woods got disqualified.
Yeah.
So
you're right. Dumb it down. See,
I told you.
Don't be lying.
Dumb it down. Look at you just be thinking.
Yeah, man. So, if I think that's it. I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah, we mostly talked about WWE, but that's kind of like the,
as you can see,
yeah.
For those that are watching, because we said we were coming. Videos. So you see the franchise.
I gotta do it one more time. ASAP, I said I'm coming for you, sucker. I'm coming for you. You think I'm gonna forget this? You see me, big goal. I'm coming for you. Me and Drake.
If you want to get more information and more updates, you can follow us at RCW_podcasts for the latest from the franchise
and from the A's
that runs the place.
Yes.
Till next time.
Yeah. Yup. We out. I was gonna say one more thing. I gotta get off my chest. Yep. I gotta get off my chest. what you said earlier, this is post saying, I was got to get that off. Oh my God, that is hilarious. This is the Royal Club. We out. That was so hilarious, dude.